So, with the tragic news that the Bibas family has been murdered by Hamas in captivity, undisputably, because they went in alive. We saw videos of them going in alive, then they came out. They're going to be coming out tomorrow in as bodies, and that was confirmed by Israel and Elica, the Iranian activist who's been incredibly pro-Israel throughout this war. She decided to comment on it, and she gave a brilliant analysis, not analysis, just really indictment of the pro-Palestinian movement. Check it out.
So I just got to my hotel in Toronto and I heard the news about the Bibas babies who have now been confirmed dead. And their dead bodies are going to be returned by Hamas tomorrow. And I know that from here on out we're going to hear every single excuse in the book that there should have been a ceasefire deal sooner, and there should have been a hostage deal, and there should never have been a war, and Jews should never have returned to the land, and what about the occupation? Everything. Except the one thing that this morally bankrupt world should have said on October 7th, which is that terrorists should not be kidnapping babies. And it is that failure. Just no. It is that abject failure to do the right thing, to say the one thing that needed to be said from the beginning. That is exactly why Hamas has benefited for the past 16 months and babies have suffered. Because for the past 16 months that you've been watching these protests out there saying, kill the hostages. Hamas, Hamas, we love you. We support your rockets too. Jews, go back to Poland. All of it, all of those 16 months was 16 months that those Bibas babies were underground in tunnels relying on you to be their voice. And where were you? Where were you? Where you were was saying, who are we to judge how a people resist? I'll tell you who we are. Who we are is society. We are quite literally the people who judge the standards of violence and morality. That is what we do. But you know what? Based on the past 16 months, maybe you aren't the people to judge. Maybe you are the people to be judged. Because if, as a society, we can't find it in ourselves to say the one thing that counts, which is that terrorists shouldn't be killing babies, and as a result of that failure to say the right thing, these babies, their bodies are coming home dead tomorrow, just know that their blood is not just on the hands of the terrorists that kidnapped them. Their blood is on the hands of a failed society that is against everything except the terrorists that killed them.
100%. And the blood of those babies should be on the hands of the media, of all these influencers that go out and talk about how it's all Israel's fault. Somehow they're going to find a way to blame this on Israel, to find a small point that you can say, oh, well, if this hadn't happened, then they wouldn't have been murdered. And even Hamas understands this, and Hamas has started to say, I think, that it was an airstrike, an Israeli airstrike that murdered these people. So all the pro-Hamasniks and the propagandists will go to Twitter and flock and say, oh, look what the occupation has done. Oh, it's a false flag. Oh, look, on October 7th, they murdered their own people. Just insanity. The things that these people willfully either believe or willfully spread lies, is shocking, and, has really led to the empowerment, as she said, of these terrorists. For more, subscribe to the channel. If you want to help us make more of these videos, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JewishUncensored. And may God rest the souls of those killed, and eventually may their blood be avenged. with Israel destroying Hamas and eventually, finding a way forward towards peace. Thank you, and have a good one.